Saying goes, after you've just got out of a relationship, you gotta jump right back on that horse. Or you gotta let the horse jump back on you. However it works, that is what Mark tried to do on his date. He tried to let the horse jump back on him. Right, Mark?
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
None of
It
us
means
do.
that you wanted to get back in the dating scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark said that he wants to call this girl named Allison today. Apparently, Mark met her and they went out on a date. Recently, got out of a long relationship. That's what your email said, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and tell us a little bit about Allison, the girl that you want us to call today.
She works in my building, not in my office, but in my building, and my friends were trying to get me back in the game, and they hooked me up with her. And
So, you just work in the big business park. How'd you approach her?
a bunch of people from the building went to lunch together, and she was in that group and sort of hit it off there.
Was it like a setup where your friends were like, okay, we're all going to go to lunch. We're going to invite her.
No, it wasn't set up for me to meet her. She was just there, and I made the move.
All right.
Okay.
And I made my move.
Yeah, nicely done.
So, tell us a little bit about your date. What'd you guys do?
We actually went ice skating.
Oh, that's so cute. I always want to do that for a date, and my husband will never take me.
Well, maybe Mark, if this doesn't work out for you, Mark, you can get a date with Brooke, I guess. Yeah. So you went ice skating, huh? How'd that go?
It was awesome. I only fell twice, and we hit it off, and we talked about how we both wanted to leave our jobs in the same building.
All right. So you both bonded over the hatred of your job. How'd your date end then?
After ice skating, we got some hot chocolate.
Oh my
and
God, you're adorable.
that was nice. And then I walked her to her car, and we kissed, and it was really nice. It was
you did
like a really nice date. Really good way to get back in it.
You actually kissed, and since then she hasn't called you?
Well, we had plans to go out again on a Saturday the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday rolls around, and she says, oh, can we push it to the next day?
Yeah.
I said, okay. And then after that, the next day comes, and she's like, oh, can we push it to next week? And I'm like,
I
hate
that sucks.
So, Mark, I'm just wondering what could have gone wrong. Like, you mentioned that you just got out of a relationship. Did you happen to talk about your ex on the date?
I specifically avoided that topic.
That's good. A lot of people wouldn't do that. They would have taken her ice skating and be like, oh, man, Jessica used to like ice skating a lot. I miss ice skating with her,
No. I've listened to your second dates a lot, so I know that's the wrong move.
I like the second dates are actually helping people learn how to date. So if everything went right, ice skating was cool, you kissed at the end of the date, why do you think she's blowing you off now?
I've been racking my brains, and I have no idea because it went really well.
Have you run into her in the building?
No, she works in a separate part of the building, so I never really saw her in the first place.
All right. Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Well, I have one more thing, though.
Okay.
It's the texts are really polite, and they're pushing this date that is theoretically going to happen. So it's not like she's, blowing me off. She just politely keeps moving.
So that's why it's so confusing, because it's not just, hey, I can't do it today.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, well, we'll call her, get your second date update right after this, all right?
Okay, but there's one more thing I have to tell you.
What is it, Mark?
I really appreciate you taking my call.
You're welcome. Before I throw it to the song, is there anything else that you want to say before we go?
No, we're good.
All right. We'll play a song, come back, and get your second date update. Hang on the phone, all right?
Huh?
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, Mark is on the phone with us. He emailed us about a girl named Allison. They met through friends at work. They went out ice skating, had some cocoa, kissed at the end of the date. Really nice date. Can't really find a reason why she wouldn't want to go out with him again. And she's been blowing him off, rescheduling in a very nice way. So he's not even really sure if she actually doesn't want to see him again or if for some reason she just really is rescheduling. We're about to call her right now. But Mark, before we get her on the phone, you got out of a long relationship, you told us.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you feel like this girl could be your next girlfriend?
I mean, I wouldn't be pushing it if I didn't think we had something
Okay,
that could turn into something.
So there's something there then.
Yeah.
And
right.
you're ready for another relationship.
Yeah, I think not really. Well,
Start slow.
Yeah, all right. I was just curious if you really liked this girl, like, and you thought maybe you saw a future with her, or if you just thought that you wanted to go out on another date because.
I mean, I definitely think there's potential there for it to turn into something more. I'm just really curious. I don't get it. I don't get why she keeps putting it off.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna call her right now, see if we can get her on the phone, and then get your second date update. Okay.
Cool.
Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Allison, please?
this is Allison,
Hey, Allison, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
the radio show.
Yes.
Hey.
How you doing?
Fine.
I'm calling you actually because you recently went out on a date with a listener of our show.
I did.
Yeah. His name is Mark.
Yeah.
Well, apparently you've been blowing him off for a couple weeks since your date, and he asked us to call and see if we could find out why.
He said I was blowing him off.
Mm-hmm. He said he's been trying to go out with you ever since your date, and you keep, like, postponing it.
Yeah, but I'm not blowing him off. I genuinely just needed to postpone it.
Okay. Should I tell him that you're actually going to go out with him one of these days then?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you waiting for?
Well, I mean, this is just, it's important, and I want to make sure that, like, I'm totally there for it. So
Okay.
I just needed to have the right time.
Are you trying to end another relationship?
No, definitely not. No, I'm single.
Okay. Well, Mark wants to know because that's why he emailed us. Because you know how it is if you go out with someone and they keep, going, oh, hey, I can't go out this week, maybe next week. And then they keep doing that. At a certain point, you feel like they don't like you.
I never meant to do that. Like, that was not my intention at all. No, I just needed more time.
So
Okay, because he's starting to get that vibe from you that you don't want to go out with him. What can I tell him then?
Can you just tell him that I just needed a couple extra days just to kind of get some things together?
That sounds so sketchy, though, Allison.
But it's not. It really isn't sketchy. I just needed a couple more days. I promise. I really do like him.
Are you just like out of time? Like you don't have enough time in your day, and your job's really demanding, or?
I kind of would rather not tell you guys because I think it might sound crazy, and I would really not want to come off like a crazy person.
That makes me want to know even more what it is, Allison.
Yeah, I'm thinking like you're going to get a boob job or something, and you need to get that finished.
No, not at all. I just feel like this could be the most important second date of my life, and I'd really rather not ruin the surprise.
Whoa, you like him that much?
Wow.
I do. I mean, I've been working on this picture book for him for the last, couple of months, and I just want to make sure that it's perfect, and it's just not ready yet to give
What?
to him, and so I'm just trying to finish it.
You say you've been working on a picture book?
Yeah.
Have you
Of
even?
what?
I mean, I've been working on collecting some photos of the last, year or so of, I guess, of me liking him and, of our...
Allison, I guess I'm confused.
A year?
You guys went on that one date,
Yeah.
right? Had you known each other beforehand? Because when we talked to him, he says that he knew you worked in the same building and you met, at a lunch.
Well, yeah, in terms of us dating, but I've known of him for about a year and a half or so. One of my girlfriends at work pointed him out to me, and we were with two totally separate groups, but our eyes met, and I just knew it was perfect. We were going to date. And so I had to wait it out.
So are the pictures? So what? I guess I don't understand exactly what you're building. You said a picture book. But what is a picture book of? Collages or something?
Just who we were before we started dating. So, I went to his high school and I got his high school yearbook photo.
What?
With that in it. And I recently dyed my hair blonde, so I have the before and after photo. Who we were before we got together.
And
Allison?
you're planning on giving him this on your second date.
Yeah.
And that's...
I think he'd really appreciate it. I think he'd really love it.
Wait, don't you have girlfriends to tell you that this is crazy?
This isn't crazy. It's a book of my feelings and all of what we were before we're going to be together. And it's, I know how much he likes blondes, and the fact that I went and dyed my hair blonde, he's just going to appreciate it so much.
Allison, you know what? You're right.
When we
Allison.
get married, we're going to have this, shown at the wedding of like what our lives were like before we were together.
Allison, you know what? If somebody had done that for me on a second date, I would think that that was so sweet.
You are such a liar.
No. I would think that, it'd be nice if somebody went to all that work for me. Give me a picture book of things for the last year.
Yeah, see?
No, Allison. No.
I just wanted it to be sweet, and that's why I can't see him yet.
Okay.
It's not ready.
All right, Allison. Well, then I will tell him to just hold tight, and you will eventually go out with him. That's the message you want me to pass along?
That's exactly it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Allison, I also need to let you know that Mark is on the other line and just heard that. Mark?
Yeah.
Say hi to Allison.
Oh my gosh.
Allison? What's going on? You've been collecting pictures of me? Allison?
Mark, it wasn't that you weren't supposed to find out about it this way. Like, I have this beautiful book that I've just been working on, and I just wanted you to see it, and I haven't been blowing you off, I swear.
So you've been working on this since way before we even met?
I mean, yeah, because you were in a relationship, and so I knew that we couldn't be together. I'm not that kind of girl. Like, of course I was going to wait until you were single.
How'd you even know I was in a relationship?
I mean, like, we have mutual friends in at work, and so I just, I knew some things about you.
Wait, so you've been, stalking me for the past year?
No. I'm not that kind of crazy person. I'm not a stalker at all.
What kind of crazy person
I just
are you?
wanted to make sure that you knew what our life was like before, and it was documented.
Allison, this is creepy.
It's not at all. Like, it's really just meant to be sweet and endearing, and I mean, you're really gonna love it when you see it. I promise.
I feel unsafe.
I don't think anybody blames you for that, Mark.
Allison,
Holy cow.
I think you've officially scared Mark a little bit.
Because of you. Because it wasn't supposed to be like this. He was supposed to see it on our date, and now you ruined it, and everybody knows it. I was supposed to show him this book, and he was supposed to just be so happy to see it.
Yeah, Allison, you know what? I'm sorry I screwed that up for you.
Thank you for the apology, but that doesn't change anything.
Allison, in your mind, how was this going to play out exactly? He was going to fall in love with you after you gave him a book?
Who the do you think you are?
Oh!
That is exactly what was supposed to happen.
Oh, honey.
Don't oh honey me. You know this was a genius plan, and you're just upset because you didn't think about it.
Oh, my gosh. There's so many things wrong with this.
You guys are such ass. How dare you spoil this
Allison,
on the radio for me?
Allison,
you ruined the surprise.
I don't know. Hey,
You
hey,
changed
Allison.
Everything. You made me
Look,
and everything.
Allison, I know that you're upset, but I haven't even asked if Mark will go out with you again. Like, the whole thing might not be ruined. Mark, would you like to go out with Allison again on a second date? We'll pay for it.
No.
See? It's because of you. You
Yes.
ruined this. You did this.
I'm sorry.
No.
I apologize, Allison. I think Allison's gone.
Oh, my
Man.
gosh.
I'm scared for my safety. And Mark, I
Yeah.
think you might need to find a new job and a new town.
I think calling you guys might have literally saved my life.
I think you're right.